11 dead, 3 others rescued. Chief Minister N. Biren launches campaign to seek public opinions to be included in BJP's election manifesto. And not having common minimum program was a mistake. NPP has learned lesson from it, says Deputy Chief Minister Y. Joy Kumar. A very good evening. You're watching the Mami TV English News in Focus with me, CHENGLEINGANBI KHAIDEM. I'll present to you about the hot news for today. An Indian Air Force helicopter with Chief of Defence Staff General Bipin Rawat on board crashed in Tamil Nadu's Coonoor on Wednesday. 11 people have been confirmed dead in the incident, while 3 others have been rescued. There were 14 people on board, according to sources. The 3 who have been rescued suffered serious injuries and have been rushed to a hospital at Wellington Cantonment in Nilgiris district. Visuals from the site of the Indian Air Force helicopter crash showed massive flames and locals helping with the immediate rescue operations. Bodies were sent downhill as several teams, including local military officers, reached the site for search and rescue operation. CDS Bipin Rawat, his wife, Defence Assistant, Security Commandos and an IAF pilot were on board the Mi series chopper when it crashed between Coimbatore and Sulur in Tamil Nadu. CDS Bipin Rawat was on his way to Defence Staff College in Wellington from the Indian Air Force base in Sulur near Coimbatore, as per sources. He left Delhi for Sulu earlier on Wednesday. The Indian Air Force confirmed the incident on Twitter and said an inquiry has been ordered to ascertain the cause of the accident. Meanwhile, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has briefed Prime Minister Narendra Modi on the Indian Air Force job crash. Chief Minister Nongthongbam Biren, along with BJP leaders, today launched campaign name involving people's aspirations in our party manifesto to seek people's suggestions and opinions to be included in BJP's election manifesto. Speaking at the launching event held at Jawaharlal Nehru Manipur Dance Academy, organized by Manifesto Committee 12 Assembly Election Manipur, Chief Minister N. Biren stated that he has never come across any campaign as the one launched today in his entire political career. He said that such exercise will help information of a strong government of the people, stating that government of the people needs to understand and involve the aspirations of the people in its initiatives. Biren expressed belief that suggestions gathered from different sections of the society through the campaign will enable the government in taking up steps for inclusive growth of the state. He also stated that the exercise will facilitate inclusion of people in the governance indirectly. Chief Minister Biren further assured that suggestions and opinions of the people will be included in framing the party's election manifesto and will be translated into action, stating that suggestion boxes will be installed at main markets of every district in the state. He urged the people to express their suggestions precisely and drop it in the suggestion box. He further assured that the party will give all out efforts to fulfill the desire of the people.
Manifesto, I also fought many elections, 3 times. This is my 4th terms, but I never met this kind of process involving the masses. This kind of things is the first time. We have seen the earlier 2017 election also. Just there was manifesto of the parties of the party, and everyone knows that accordingly the present government led by the BJP has implemented 80% of the content and the promise which was given by the parties of the party to the people through manifesto, that manifesto. Mayamna through boxes or either through mail and suggestion manifesto da happening ba pot maya puna mutu boxing sta thada biyo loina na mail gi through su pibiro wen maya pun tawjiri.
Irengbam Ongbi Nalini has joined the National People's Party (NPP) to become the first woman intending candidate of the party. She is the wife of Irengbam Ibohanbi, ex-MLA of Oinam Assembly constituency. During a reception program held today at the indoor stadium at Mayol Energy Solution at Iroisemba, party leaders welcomed Nalini and 75 others, including Pradhan, ward members of 3 Gram Panchayats of the constituency and councillor of Oinam Municipal Council. Speaking on the occasion, National Vice President of NPP and Deputy Chief Minister of Manipur, Y. Joykumar, termed the announcements of the first women candidate of the party as fortunate. Drawing similarities between running a family and a government, he said, women have a great responsibility in running a family and in forming a government. All NPP candidates have a high chance of winning in the election, he said. Accepting their mistake as a political party while forming a coalition government, he said not formulating a common minimum program has been a hindrance for NPP. This has been a learning lesson for the party for the past 4.5 years, said the Deputy Chief Minister.
Coalition government, NPP experience present like Bayamio, Meghalaya, the lead Doga, Sakani, Basile, Pazana, Bonat Samana, Pazana Doga, Mana, he is able to take along all the facility party Panamiami, Adu, Mana Pazana, Gwinaga, Gwenman, take care of the Mandana, Haiba, Governor is a checkbook, and so much so that you. Magi Saswan to the Marathon was a penal for Kamaito opposition Kamu Kire, opposition Kamu, Congress is Chingaba, Mukul Sama, giving a example, the hard name. Manipur, I examine, and I am an Amanas who came to Wani, and I'm not an absolute majority for Mamoy.
Speaking on the occasion, Irengbam Ongbi Nalini said she has joined the party with the intention of addressing the issues of the constituency and the state at large after winning the election. Following the constitutions of the party, she also assured to introduce various policy programs to uplift the status of women in the society.
Masa masagi mi amoy bagi right to season adana mapan thokdana kari karam tawraga saukhatpa khongthangda saukhatpada mating pangduna hingminaba yagadage haiba adumba policy program da maruoina khananai saduna aina nupisi damakta angamba honajagani haiba si ngasigi tinbiriba mayang phomdasu aina phongdoksari.
National Sports University and Russian International Olympic University have signed a memorandum of understanding during the 21st India to Russia Annual Summit 2021 at New Delhi. The registrar of the NSU Manipur informed the SAM in a release issued yesterday. The release stated that the President of the Russian Federation, Vladimir Putin, arrived in New Delhi yesterday with Prime Minister Narendra Modi for the 21st India-Russia Annual Summit. During this visit, the NSU signed a memorandum of understanding with the Russian International Olympic University. The main objective of the MOU is to strengthen and develop cooperation in the fields of sports education between the two countries by promoting academics and research of mutual interest, he added. Notably, National Sports University was established in 2018 by the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports under the supervision of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to promote sports education in the country. A strategy meeting on Mera Paribar BJP Paribar Abhiyan was held at City Convention Center Palace compound organized by BJP Manipur Pradesh today. Chief Minister Ann Biren, President of BJP Manipur Pradesh A. Sharda, Education Minister S. Rajant, BJP National Spokesperson and BJP Manipur in charge Sambit Patra, General Secretary of BJP Manipur Abhay Giri chaired the meeting. Member of BJP Booth Levels 2 State Level Committee BJP MLAs also attended the meeting. President of Apnadal Sonelal Manipur Pradesh Konthokjam Manoranjan has stated that the party will field around 30 candidates in the upcoming 12 state assembly elections and will work towards winning the elections. He said this same at the flag hosting ceremony of Apnadal intending candidate of Yaiskul Assembly constituency at the latter's resident of Moirangkhom today. K. Manoranjan expressed confidence that the Apnadal party will surely win the elections and will be part of the government in alliance with other parties. Urging the people to support the party, which has no shadow of corruption, he stated that if R.K. Suraj wins the elections, he will be made a cabinet minister after consulting the National Party president.
Dr. Kamangi Lainungi Isen and the Chandranadi Lainung the Chen Ichel Baduni, Lau Singubagi, Adugumlava, Akwagi, polluted or about insecticide, pesticide, Kimasum the Sangdaba, corruption Nabalina, quite some tea of a Sangan than ever Konazani.
Speaking on the occasion, R.K. Suraj stressed the need to establish more agro-based industry to develop agriculture sector in the state to boost the economy of the state. He assured that if he wins the elections, he will focus on improving such loopholes for inclusive development of the state.
Self-respect, aduga akogi isagi confidence uwangan intaje. Simak tamjaraga ya school da ina appeal tawjari please chance samta PBU.
Former General Secretary of BJP Minority Morcha Imphal East District, Mustaqim has left BJP and joined National People's Party. He joined NPP to ensure maximum win for NPP in the 12th General Assembly elections of the state, stated to be held early next year, and to extend his support to Sheikh Nurul Hassan, Mustaqim said. A reception program for the former General Secretary of BJP Minority Morcha Imphal East District was held at the residence of Sheikh Nurul Hassan. He expressed gratitude to Mustaqim for joining NPP to bring developmental changes in Khetragaon Assembly constituency. Democratic Students Alliance of Manipur Desam Jiribam District Council has drawn the attentions of the authority concerned to look into the current situations of the hospital situated at Ningsing Khun in Jiribam District. Addressing a press meet held at its office this morning, President of Desam Jiribam District Council Laishram Bilax Mitei questions if the hospital is a district hospital, sub-district hospital or a community health center. The student body has been urging the government to convert the hospital into a full-fledged district hospital for a long time now, as its name remains uncertain. He appealed to the authorities concerned to look into the lacking infrastructure of the hospital. Bilax also appealed to the authority to take actions against irresponsible staff.
Hospital facilities fangdana labor Jiringang Live Tivani, Masin Marie Lanovasina, hospital Asida, a cup number medium of Matangiraga, Asimba, Wariba, Chitana Tariba, Sumba, Awapana Talaba, hospital medium Jambiu Amadi, Marie Lanovasina, action lobby, Haidunasu, Apil Tabjage, Lunana, hospital Asida, electric, Maigi, Sangasi, Adikimati, what Panamaram Waraga, patients in the Awabakia Tenari.
Secretary General of Desam Jiribam District Council M. Inautomba Maitei, Publicity Secretary Y. Tomba, Organization Secretary T. H. Santos and its executive members attended the press meet. Social activist Rakesh Naurem has been selected for the prestigious Indo-Bangla International Friendship Award 2021 by the World Book of Star Records in the Social Activists and Arts category. The award ceremony presented to civilians working in the field of Indo-Bangla social and cultural actions will be held at Jahaz Bari, New Digha in Kolkata on December 18 to 19. Rakesh Naurem was chosen for the award in recognition of his contribution in strengthening the relationship between the Meitei diaspora in Bangladesh and Manipur. The tally of Omicron variant cases in India rose to 23 after 2 more positive cases of the new coronavirus variant were detected in Mumbai. Meanwhile, at least 109 out of 295 recent foreign returnees to Thane district in Maharashtra have gone untraceable. On the other hand, India recorded 8,439 new COVID-19 cases with 195 deaths in the last 24 hours, 23.7% higher than yesterday. The fresh cases took the total case load to 3.46 crore. With 195 deaths reported in the country in the last 24 hours, the total reported death counts increased to 4.73 lakh. A total of 9,525 patients have recovered in the last 24 hours, taking the total recoveries to 3.40 crore across the country. India's recovery rate stood at 98.36%, while the active caseload stood at 93,733. In the last 24 hours, active cases have declined by 1,281. Meanwhile, India has administered a total of 73.62 lakh doses in the last 24 hours, which brought the total tally of doses administered to 129.54 crore. The Konyak Students' Union, that has declared 7-day mourning in Nagaland over the death of civilians, has warned the armed forces, asking them not to move in the Mon district during this period. Noklem Konyak, president of the Konyak Students' Union, told that if any military personnel violates this order, then it will solely be at their own risk, and said that it was their warning because they are mourning for 7 days. They also added that for the safety of their people, they are demanding the removal of the Assam Rifles from the village and their jurisdiction. This comes days after the death of 14 civilians in Nagaland's Mon. The influential students' body has declared a 7-day mourning period, which began on December 7th. On the other hand, the Konyak Students' Union alleged that Union Home Minister Amit Shah made a false statement in Parliament about the killing and demanded that he should retract it. Congress Interim President Sonia Gandhi today accused the BJP-led union government of selling country's assets. She also alleged that the government was insensitive towards farmers and appealed to the party to honor the farmers who were killed during the protests. The Congress Interim President also attacked the government on the issues of price rise and disinvestment of PSU. Speaking at the Congress Parliamentary Party meeting, MS Gandhi said the suspensions of the 12 suspended Rajya Sabha MPs was unprecedented and unacceptable. She further demanded on full-fledged discussion on border issues in Parliament. Now let's recap the headlines once again. IAF chopper with Sedis, Bipin Rawat wife on board crashes in Uti, 11 dead, 3 others rescued. Chief Minister Ann Biren launches campaign to seek public opinions to be included in BJP's election manifesto. And not having common minimum program was a mistake. NPP has learned lesson from it, says Deputy Chief Minister Y. Joy Kumar. That's all of the news for today. Keep watching Mami TV News for more updates.